as the passionate home cook you are. It's easy to get lost in the words while reading food magazines, books, and watching cooking shows on YouTube. Is blanching and poaching the same thing? And what exactly is a pinch of salt? Let's break down the basic cooking terminology that will give you more confidence in the kitchen, going from a novice falang to a master Thai chef in no time. Braising. Because it combines both dry and moist cooking methods, a braise is in its own category. Braising is almost solely used to prepare tougher portions of meat. The meat is browned on all sides in a big pot. The steak is then covered with liquid and cooked low and slow, until it is fall off the bone. By searing the meat ahead of time, you'll get all of that caramelized flavor with a wonderfully luscious texture. The only difference between a stew and a braising is the size. Braising is used to describe a bigger portion of meat. It is called stewing when the meat is sliced into smaller pieces before being covered in liquid. Frying falls under the genre of dry heat cooking. Because oil conducts heat rather than water, it is characterized as dry. When you deep fried something, it is completely submerged in hot oil. This results in an incredibly crunchy outer layer on all sides. When heating the oil, the recipe should tell you what temperature to aim for, which may be measured with a candy or frying thermometer. Here's some tips and tricks for deep frying. In Thai food, deep frying commonly include batter-dipped meat or fish, as well as the frying of appetizers or desserts wrapped in flour or rice-based skins, such as spring rolls. If you have a deep fat frying thermometer, use it. If you don't have one, the oil is ready when a 3 centimeters cube of white bread dropped in the oil browns after 1 minute. I prefer to deep fry with vegetable oil or maize oil since they have high smoke points, which means they do not degrade at deep frying temperatures. To put it another way, don't deep fry with olive oil. Deep frying necessitates extremely high temperatures, 175 degrees Celsius to 190 degrees Celsius. Make sure the oil isn't too hot, as this will cause the food to overcook on the surface and undercook on the inside. When deep frying, you don't need a wok, but you do need a deep pan to sufficiently cover the foods you're frying. If you're using 5 centimeters of oil, for example, you'll need to allow 15 centimeters of room above it. If your oil begins smoking, turn off the heat for a few minutes and let the oil return to 175 C. If the temperature is too low, then the items will soak up too much oil. Don't try to fry too many pieces at one time, or the oil temperature will dip. It's also critical that anything you deep fry be fully dry, especially before dipping it in batter or marinade. Pan frying is similar to mixing deep frying with sautéing. Oil is heated in a pan on the stove. Make sure your pan has enough oil to come halfway up the side of whatever you're cooking. Pan frying is ideal when you want to use less oil or for cooking delicate delicacies like crab cakes.